Very good morning, students. We are going to see the changes after what changes happened after October Revolution. The Bolshevik was totally opposed the private property. They opposed the private property and they make taking the means the state taken the government taken the ownership and management of the water, even the factory, everything. So the Bolshevik they said like that no need of any private property. Government is the owner of the all the things. And the cities in the Bolshevik enforced the partition of large houses according to the family requirement. If the house is big family and according to the need how much space they need for particular individual, that much only given to the people, other part given to other people also. They banned use of all the titles like aristocrat means a knight or chevalier, like the different titles was there, and that things they said to avoid it. Then assets to assert the change, a new uniform they give, designed for the army and the officials. Means of army they given one uniform and the officials they are giving another one uniform. And then organize following a clothing competition, because the uniform that wearing that uniform that competition they started when the Soviet had had their design and given. We can see here in the picture with the uniform the army the soldier he is moving. And the Bolshevik party was renamed Russian Communist Party. They are changing their name again, Russian Communist Party, and in bracket they used to write Bolshevik. In 1917, the Bolshevik conducted elections to the Constituent Assembly. They conducted election. But they become failure. Many people not ready to support them. And January 1918, the assembly rejected Bolshevik measures. What all measures set by Bolshevik, that is rejected in 1918, and the Lenin dismissed from the assembly. Lenin was the member of the assembly and he also dismissed from the assembly. And he thought all the Russian Congress of Soviet was more democratic than the assembly. The Russian Congress, that is like another one group of people or another one like a Soviet, that was more democratic than the than the assembly. And in March 1918, despite of the opposition by their political alliance, the Bolshevik made peace with Germany. They made a word with Germany, and at Brest Litovsk. In Brest-Litovsk, they went there and made a treaty among themselves, means the Bolshevik as well as the German people. In the later years, the Bolshevik become the only one party participated in the election in all Russian Congress of Soviet. In the Congress Soviet Congress, in that only one party who is participating in the election, that was only Bolshevik, which become parliament of the country. That assembly, that elected group, they made become the parliament of the country. And Russia became a one-party state. Trade unions were kept under the party control. Now we can see another one country. Now Russia is not one-party country. Before it was one-party country. Only single party is there. There is no another parties. Here in India we are following multi-party system. Many parties are there. Congress, BJP, then DMK, DMK, like that. Many parties are there in India. But in Russia there was only single party. That is the Russian Communist Party. And all the trade unions they kept under the control of this political party. And the secret police, they made a secret police, that is they was known as Chekhov first, then afterwards they named like that OGPU and NKVD. Like they made a police group, that is secret police, and punished those who are saying against the Bolshevik. They used to punish them very severely. Those who are criticizing Bolshevik or saying something against Bolshevik, they used to get punishment because of this secret police. Many young writers and artists, they rallied to the party because it stood for the socialism and for change. Some of the people, those who stood for democracy or socialism, they got some, those who are supporting the Bolshevik party, they will get reward, and those who are opposing them, they will get punishment. That was the condition there. And October 1917, this led to the experiments in the art and architecture. Even the new artist and according to the new ideology, the art and architecture, they started to make a new experiment also. But many become the disillusioned, and because of the censorship in the party encouraged. They had a censorship. We know now also we have drama or movie or books, what all things we are producing, we want to show to the committee, censorship committee, and if they are approving, then only we can produce in front of the people. Like that censorship is there in India. Like that, in Russia also there was censorship. That overcoming that censorship, that was very difficult. Many people, they tried many things, but many things never came. They never got chance to publish because of the censorship. Next point, it is civil war. The Bolsheviks, when they are they try to order the again land redistribution of the land, and Russian army began to break up the because of the people, they was not supporting all these things what the Bolsheviks they are saying, and the army also started to break up. Soldiers, then mostly peasants, the soldiers was mostly peasants, wished to go home for redistribution and reserted, because the army, the really the people, that means they are from maximum from peasants groups. So they, what they want to do, they want to get that piece, they want to get land when they are making the redistribution of land. Then non-Bolshevik socialists and liberals and supporters of aristocracy condemned the Bolshevik uprising, because they understood like that this Bolshevik party, what they are saying, or the Russian Communist Party, what they are saying, that is not really going to happen in the world, and it is not going to give any good thing to the people. They understood that one, and the leaders moved to South Russia and organized the troop to fight the Bolshevik. The people, those who are supporting the liberal, those who are supporters of liberals and socialist group, non-Bolshevik socialists and supporters of aristocracy, they went to the South Russia and they made a troop to attack the Bolshevik group. And during 1918 and 1919, the Greens, the socialist revolutionaries, and the Whites, pro-Tsarist, they means they made two groups. One is color was green, that is the Bolshevik party, revolutionary party, and another one is green, Whites, that is the Sir Empire supporters, and they are controlling the Russian. Means these two groups was fighting against each other, and they were backed by the French, American, British and Japanese troops. Means other country people, not only Russians or nearby countries, even other continent countries also started to support them for the army purpose. And all those who were worried the growth of the socialism in Russia. Those who are supporting, even they are giving army, but they was a little bit worried about the growth of socialism in Russia. And all these troops and Bolsheviks fought a civil war, and looting and banditry and famine become common, because the fight is going continuously for many years. So the means civil war inside the country, the people, they are fighting each other for many years. We know one of our neighboring countries, Sri Lanka, they had the civil war for 20 years. How much loss? The development of the Sri Lanka become very dull in that time. Then the supporters of private property among the white looks harsh steps with the peasants who had seized land. The people, the white army, they taken the harsh steps or difficult steps against the peasants who supported the redistribution of land. Then such action led to the loss of popular support of the non-Bolshevik, because the non-Bolshevik also started to take strict decisions. That's why they also lost their support of the people. In January 1920, the Bolshevik controlled the most of the former Russian Empire. Means last it is went in the hands of the Bolshevik party, that is in 1920s. Means 1917 to 1923 years they was continuously fighting each other. They succeeded due to the cooperation with the non-Russian nationalities. Means they are taking the help of the Muslim people, that already we have seen. They are taking the support of Muslim people, and cooperations did not work where the Russian colonialists themselves turned Bolshevik, and the colonial people, those who are the cooperation did not work. The Bolshevik party, they got the support of other community people from outside. Then partially they ready to ready this. Most of the Russian nationalities were given political autonomy. The countries which is not non-Russian, that part of the Russia, they are given those who stood with Russia, they are given the autonomy in their hand in the Soviet Union. Even though they made USSR, in that each and every country had their own freedom. Because when we are thinking about Indian situation, this is India and here it is central government, but each state government have their own autonomy. They are making their own rules like that, but we want to take the permission from the central for the major cases, and other cases we can do by our own state decision. Like that, they are also getting the autonomy. They can rule by themselves. And the state of the Bolsheviks created from the European Empire in December 1922. They have made that Bolshevik, they created a group like that USSR, and that is in the month of December 1922. But since this was the combined with unpopular policies, even though they had many unpopular policies with Bolshevik, and they forced the local government to follow what they made in the central level. They said to the Bolshevik party, they said to follow by the local government, like the harsh discouragement of nomadism. They said like that people should not move from one place to another place, and we can see many people in Russia, they was nomadic, and attempt to win over the different nationalities were only partially successful. What they given the autonomy, that also was partially only become it was successful. And we want to read the source B also, central of the October Revolution. Means the Russia, we can see half part it is in Europe and half part it is in Asia. So what happened, how it is influencing the Russian area, that we want to see, that you want to read. Okay, next point, it is making a social society. We will explain in the next video.